As soon as August started, we've been getting nothing but news and updates for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And right now, I'ma be so for real. This has potential to be the best Spider-Man movie ever. I mean, look, we got a straight-level MCU Spider-Man 4, with Peter in college, the best superhero suit of all time, Spider-Man and the Punisher finally interacting and fighting on the big screen, Savage Hulk returning, Spider-Man, Punisher, and Hulk having a threesome, maybe Mr. Negative, and the fucking Scorpion, finally. Oh, and also, whoever the hell Sadie Sink is playing, probably like Tombstone or something. I've been waiting so long for Scorpion. He's my third favorite Spider-Man villain, only behind Kraven and Mysterio, who's my number one. I know everyone wanted Spider-Man 4 to be about Peter teaming up with Daredevil to fight Kingpin, and that would be sick. But if I'm being completely honest, I would gladly not have either of those in the movie if it means we're finally getting Scorpion instead. I think it goes without saying that if Tom Holland's Spider-Man continues this upwards trajectory, he'll easily be the best Spider-Man. No debate needed. I mean, you could say he already is. I think right now Andrew Garfield is my favorite adaptation of Peter Parker, just by a hair. But Tom could easily pass him. No, Tobey Maguire's the best. Okay, shut the fuck up. Look, I understand that a lot of people love Tobey's Spider-Man. I mean, I do too. Those movies are so magical. Tobey's the GOAT. Well, not actually. That's just a word to describe how cool he is. But the Raimi movies don't fundamentally understand the character of Peter Parker. This is coming from someone who has read the original Spider-Man run, specifically the first 110 issues written by Stan Lee, hundreds of times over. I was basically raised by Spider-Man, so it really irks me when people shit on Tom Holland and compare him to Tobey. If you compare an adaptation to Tobey, hell, if you compare any adaptation of a comic book character to a previous adaptation, your entire argument can immediately be thrown out and I'll know you have no idea what you're talking about. Adaptations adapt the comics, not previous adaptations. It actually shocks me because I'll see people online say that fans of Henry Cavill's Superman aren't actually fans of Superman and that James Gunn and David Corenswet's Superman correctly represents the character, which is true. But then those same people will say that Tobey Maguire is the best adaptation of Peter Parker and that Tom Holland isn't the real Spider-Man. That just proves that those people don't actually know how those characters should act and they're getting all their information from TikTok. Spider-Man 2, the Spider-Man movie that everybody glazes and says is the best, took the Spider-Man No More story and slapped it across the face. It absolutely botched that story so bad that it was borderline character assassination to Peter Parker. And anytime I try to point that out, how those movies are good, but they're just bad adaptations of the character, everyone just says, no, Tobey's the most accurate, you're wrong and Tom sucks. Even after I provide references and proof, they still just say the same shit and never advance their argument beyond no, you're wrong and I'm right. Yes, it's annoying when people make fun of other people for not reading the comics, but when you're arguing about how well a comic character adapts the comics, then you should read the fucking comics. My bad, that went on a little longer than it should have. I should probably stop before I get called slurs in the comments. Also, this video isn't about Tobey, it's about Tom, so we should show our respect to Tom and stop talking about Tobey. If you want a good rundown on what I'm talking about though, you should go watch Implicitly Pretentious's video essays on the different Spider-Man adaptations. He explains it very well. After this though, please don't click away from this, I need you more than you need me. Speaking of me needing you, both emotionally and physically, I would like to thank my 3 newest subscribers, Pyro, Nicholas DeCastro, and Guy Black. Alright, without further rambling, this is Prewriting Spider-Man's Future in the MCU. Of course, Peter's next appearance will be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think we can already piece together what this movie is going to be about based on what we know. Peter is going to team up with Tom Hardy's Venom on Battleworld and fight Null. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's going to team up with Ghost Rider and fight Mephisto. Alright, enough jokes. It's going to be about an emo Peter after the death of Gwen Stacy venting his problems to a terminally ill child. And Green Goblin's going to groom his underage student. In all seriousness, this movie is probably going to focus on Peter in his second or third year of college. He's really more Spider-Man than Peter Parker. We see a montage at the beginning letting us know what he's been up to and showing us some of his rogues gallery like Tombstone, Boomerang, Tarantula, and everyone's favorite villain, Ramrod. I'll be up ramming my rod to the set photos of this Spider-Man suit, I mean zooey mama, am I right? Peter gets urges to take a step back from Spider-Man and finally live as Peter Parker again, especially when he starts a relationship with Carly Cooper, a girl who's studying forensic science at Empire State University. Carly investigates some crime cases or whatever, which leads her to finding out about Mr. Negative and the Inner Demon Gang. This thrusts Peter into the world of negativity and mean people, and he fights Mr. Negative. And he's also gonna the Punisher is gonna try to kill Scorpion, and he's gonna be like, hell nah, brother, and then he's gonna fight the Punisher, and then they're gonna be like, and they're gonna be like friends. But then Mr. Negative's gonna turn the Hulk into the big Savage Hulk, and they're gonna have to fight the Hulk, and it's gonna be like a big three-way fight. Three-way, that's funny. And then they're gonna all become friends at the end and fight Mr. Negative. And Scorpion's also gonna get more fight scenes because Scorpion's sick. And that is Spider-Man Brand New Day. Please applaud. Next up is Avengers Doomsday. Some people are saying that Spider-Man is going to have a small role in Doomsday, but I think it would be cool if Doctor Doom is actually trying to go after Peter as the almost sort of MacGuffin of the movie. We know about the anchor beings in the MCU, and I think that Peter Parker is going to be the anchor being of Earth 616, because he should be. It seems like the anchor beings are being set up as the kind of like the Molecule Men of the MCU. If you don't know, in the comics, the Molecule Men were essentially multiversal bombs and stuff. So I think that what Doctor Doom is trying to do is kill all these anchor beings, and that's somehow going to help him create Battleworld. So yes, while Doctor Doom's primary enemy should be Reed Richards, I think it's going to be. I think he's going to be from Earth 828 and have that rivalry with Reed. I think that he's going to come to Earth 616 specifically to kill Peter, and that the Avengers should have to try and protect him, and the Fantastic Four and stuff. And then it's going to lead to some conflict with the X-Men, all that stuff. I also think that it'll be cool that, since Reed will have this rivalry with Doom, and Reed knows what's going on with Spider-Man, he's gonna take in Spider-Man almost, and the Fantastic Four will become this second family to him. He's gonna get those interactions with Johnny Storm, and that is pretty much, I don't care about this, anchor being stuff. I don't care if we don't get that. As long as we get to see that dynamic with the Fantastic Four, as long as we see that dynamic with Johnny Storm and Peter, I will be more than happy. I really need to see that on the big screen. So yeah, that's what I hope we get from Peter in Avengers Doomsday. I just hope we get to see him have that role. I hope we get to see him interact with RDJ's Doom and kind of see their relationship, how he feels about Doom having Tony Stark's face. That'll be really interesting. And most of all, having that relationship with the Fantastic Four and having that carry into the next saga with Peter being an honorary member of the family. Holy yap, am I right, nerd? Avengers Secret Wars symbiote suit. Oh my goodness, just imagine Peter, he's dead. Doctor Doom killed him, but then he turns black and it's the symbiote suit, and now he's alive again. Absolute cinema, I'm telling you. $4 billion, Peter getting that symbiote suit, and then, yeah, that's pretty much it for Secret Wars. That's the end of this segment. That'd be sick. Now we're into Spider-Man 5, and in my opinion, this is where we should get that Daredevil team up and Kingpin as the main villain. And I think we should dial it up all the way to 11 and have this be like the street level endgame of the MCU. We have all the street level characters, the Defenders, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, all that stuff, all teaming up to take on Kingpin. Spider-Man's in the symbiote suit teaming up with Daredevil. I think that would be super sick. We can call it Devil's Reign, we can call it Gang War, whatever you want. As long as we get all that, we get some street level villains thrown in there. Maybe Kingpin hires Prowler, maybe Shocker can return, maybe Scorpion can come back and just be the villain of all 3 movies in this trilogy. That would be pretty sick. And yeah, that's what I think should happen in Spider-Man 5. I believe Kevin Feige also mentioned that they can't use Miles Morales in the movies until Sony's done with the Spider-Verse trilogy, or something like that. And hopefully that trilogy will be done by the time Spider-Man 5 is ready to come out. Genuinely, who knows at this point. But if it is, this should be the movie where Miles Morales is introduced. I don't think he should have his powers yet. Maybe that is what the post-credit scene is. But yeah, I think Miles should be introduced in Spider-Man 5. The only non-Spider-Man or Avengers project I'm going to mention in this video is Fantastic Four 2. I think Peter needs to appear in a sequel to Fantastic Four, just to further that bond between him and the family, and just have him be like an extended member of the family. Have him be an uncle to Franklin Richards, have him be like a brother to Johnny Storm, that would be absolutely awesome. I think in a sequel to Fantastic Four, Reed should, investigate and do research on the symbiote suit, which in turn leads Peter to realizing that it is a symbiote suit and wanting to get rid of it, which would lead into Spider-Man 6. In Spider-Man 6, Peter would finally team up with Miles, who has his powers and is the second Spider-Man now, to fight Venom, who would be Mac Gargan. And you all thought I was joking. No, Scorpion is seriously going to be a villain throughout all 3 movies in this trilogy because he's that awesome and he needs that love. So yeah, he would be an absolutely brutal Venom and would honestly almost kill Peter until Miles revives him through the power of friendship. And yeah, by the end, maybe Miles takes a step up and becomes the main Spider-Man. I kind of, don't want him to at this point. I would love to have at least one more trilogy featuring Peter as an adult, which, if that's an option, yes, please do that instead and wait till after that for Miles to become the main Spider-Man in his trilogy. Or, maybe they can both have their own Spider-Man movies running concurrently. But I think that Tom Holland might want to take a step back from acting at this point. And I think Sony might want to, revitalize the brand by having Miles take that step up. Or maybe Sony wants the opposite. Maybe Sony thinks that Peter is going to be the only one drawing in those billion-dollar movies. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But that's pretty much how I think Spider-Man's future should look like in the MCU. I know I didn't say anything groundbreaking. I pretty much just wanted to capitalize on all the Spider-Man hype. So if I do all this just for the video to flop, fuck you. Nah, I'm just kidding. Like I said, I love you both emotionally and physically. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. If you're still watching, please subscribe and like the video, please, and thank you. And that's about it. Bye, I love you.